Alright folks, and welcome back to the channel. We're just back to preview tomorrow's game as Celtic head up to Pittodrie to play Aberdeen in the lunchtime kick-off. I'm joined by Alistair to go over everything. How you doing, Alistair?
Good, thanks, mate. Good, thanks.
Aye, good. Obviously there's been two bits of news. Obviously we'll talk about the game. But the first bit of news is about the Johnny Kenny new contract. What is your thoughts on it about it, Alistair? Without trying to have a go at the board in terms of just a player in general.
Understand it, Josh. Maybe know the length. I certainly think if it depends on what the long-term plan is, or if we have one, to be honest with you. If he's the third choice striker, I've not got a problem with it. But it seems a bit arse over the elbow, to be truthful.
I obviously had that offer from Bolton, and and to be honest with you, at that point I said if I get the right amount of money, even like £1,000,000, I'd have sold him. I don't, and this is no spite in Johnny Kenny, right? I'm not being disrespectful or anything. He's not good. I don't think he's, in terms of the way I look at it, right? In terms of our strikers, is he going to be the first choice? No, because that's what Celtic need at the moment. We need a first choice centre forward. Fair enough to me, and good for him. He got his deal, but it just doesn't make any sense to me. We've got Callum Osmond there, who we don't even know is any good. Shin Yamada, we don't know either. We've got Adam Ida sitting there. We've got four strikers, and we are not sure what one is our number one, or the one that is playing. A lot of people are unsure. Can he be the number one? That is the difference, and it baffles me, to be honest with you, Alistair. I'm going to be honest.
I mean, it didn't make sense. By all means, give him a contract, but the length as well. That's a long-term contract.
It's 4 years.
That's no a year's extension, and we'll see how it goes. And by the way, Hoppy subs
No, of course.
cynicism doing my thoughts, but I've got to be honest, I would like to know the context and what he's been given that. Because, and does that mean Carl Osman's been a waste of money? Because it looks
This is the thing. That's what I don't really understand. This is what I've got a big issue with our strikers, because people on the face it might look in and go, oh no, you bought this striker. And I'm like, but the problem is we've bought all these strikers with no clear plan who the number one striker is going to be at Celtic Football Club this season. So that is the problem. It's the fact we have bought four strikers in. We've got four strikers at the club, and we've got no clear idea of who is our number one striker. It is probably Adam Ida, but is Adam Ida good enough to be number one?
he consistent enough. That's what I would say. He's good enough, but is he consistent enough?
Yeah, he's just no. Adam Ida's got all the technical qualities now. I don't doubt it, Adam Ida, and that's it makes it so frustrating. But I'm sick of. I'm not having a discussion anymore. He's not consistent enough. I've been quite patient, like yourself, Adam Ida. But there's becomes a point you got to, right, the patience has to run out. Yamada, we've not seen any of, which is just baffling to me as well. We've not seen any of Yamada after bringing him in for, was it £2 million from
1.5, I think.
1.5 from Japan. We've not seen any. We didn't see any of them last week against
St Mirren. Last week as well.
Exactly. So I don't know. I don't have a clue what we're actually doing, and that's just symptomatic of the whole window. It just seems a bit thingy. But do you know what? Fair enough to Johnny Kenny. It's a good contract for him. As you said, Alistair, I hope he hangs it down our throats, because I would love to get proven wrong and maybe scores a win of the morning or whatever. But I just don't see it in him, to be honest. He obviously, I think he's a trier, right? He'll graft and he'll try. But has he got the technical quality? And the thing is, that's the difference. I think Kenny's got is a trier, right? But maybe he's not got the technical quality. Adam Ida's got the technical quality, but I don't think he's a trier.
You've kept Kenny because of potential, because that is clear to me. But the fact is, you've got two you've got two unproven strikers, three if we're honest, because none of us have seen Yamada to give us a great sample size. And we've got Adam Eder that needs a rocket up his bum, to
Aye.
be honest, every week.
No,
So,
I know, but you know what? Fair enough to Johnny Kenny.
yeah.
It's fair enough to him, and as I said, hopefully he plays a decent role because at this moment in time, it's
He
going to
needs it. He
looking like it's
needs
going to
it.
have to because you know we've not got anybody else. The other news in the transfer front, Alistair, we went in for another centre half. It was it for Genoa or Cagliari? I can't remember. It was for the Italian league, Adam Ober, and in typical Celtic fashion, he's worth
I know
£67 million. We bid £3 million. But honestly, it's really frustrating as well for me as well because there's literally this is the first video we've done this week since the post match reaction on Sunday because there's F all to talk about.
Yeah, I know. And
Fuck all.
I will say this, Josh. Now, the fact is, we have got 6 centre halves in our books, and I'm not being funny. The manager said when Simpson
Tuesday.
Tuesday was coming in, he said that'll be the last centre half. So I know you quite fancy the Slovakian boy that plays in that one, but why? I
Aye.
don't get it. Why we stockpiling centre halves?
Because if you look at the centre half position at the moment, we have got Stephen Welsh, Dane Murray, Austin Trusty, Cameron Carter Vickers, Liam Scales, and Simpson Pusey.
That's
That's
too many.
it's far too many. Now, as if we did get another centre half in, is one of them going to be offloaded, which I'd be up for.
Yeah.
In terms of
Well, I
either,
would say two of them wouldn't it be offloaded?
I think Stephen Welsh is well past his sell by date at Celtic, so I'd happily see him
You
gone.
forgot one as well, Josh. And American boy centre half.
Aye, Wanamaker is not going to get offloaded. He's just at the door a bit. But I wouldn't be,
Yeah, I
would be
know, but
surprised at this.
there's
Aye,
another one.
I know exactly. So I don't know, but it's more the fact again. It's more the fact that we are for just lowballing, and I'm convinced now that we're just doing this so it looks like we're doing stuff from the outside,
Aye, so we're looking busy.
and it's
So
not washing. It's not washing with the support. The support are fuming, and quite rightly so, because it's not good enough. It's not good enough. I'm sick and tired, fed up of it. It's embarrassing, and I'm going to be honest with you. It's no good enough, and it needs to. They've got a big 3 or 4 weeks. Rogers basically, we'll go on to Rogers' comments in a minute. Rogers basically confirmed that there'll be no players brought in for that Champions League qualifier, which is just
I don't
ridiculous.
know. I don't know was his actual quote.
Let's be honest, Alison. We get 8 days to register players. Not
Well,
a
it'll
chance.
be basically 4 working days because nothing will happen tomorrow because we're up at Aberdeen, obviously,
Aye.
and nothing will happen today because the club will be on the way up to Aberdeen, but it'll be an early kick-off. So that's your 4 working days. Now, granted, you can have 2 wild cards. One would be nice, but you can have 2. But let's be honest, Joe. I have now made my peace. It's going to be. I'm realistic. No, it's going to be the squad that we've got.
Aye. No,
Because,
definitely.
clearly, because look at what Brendan Rodgers said about Simpson Pusey. I'm doing that well twice in one podcast. I'm proud of myself. He actually said he's not ready.
Aye.
So what
That's
makes you
we've seen
think
that.
of the
This is
side
just a
fault?
repeat. We've seen this before. We've seen this before. It's because that's what happens when you bring players in who aren't playing consistent first team football. Simpson Pusey at Man City was not playing consistent first team football, so of course he's not going to be ready.
No.
You know, and yet again, it's just further anger with the club. When it comes to getting stuff over the line, it's not good enough. I seen a stat. I think it was everything in Celtic that put it up. We are. I'm just going to read it.
I think it's 100.
Celtic are ranked 197th so far for outgoings. For outgoings in football after spending, I think that's meant by incomings, around 3 million. Sides such as Swansea City, Wrexham, and Cremonese have invested more than double of Celtic in their squad. Swansea City.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, come on, man. We're meant to be a Champions League club.
We're meant to be.
The other bit of quite funny news: the Celtic board have now been outed twice publicly by other clubs in this window. It came from, I think it came from Go Ahead Eagles chief executive, whatever. There was some interest from Celtic from Sir Jacob Bream, but we felt the gap was too wide. Things moved very quickly with Ant-Man and Rangers. Celtic could have taken a leaf out of Rangers' book. Ha ha.
That's embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing for the Go Ahead Eagles, it's embarrassing for us.
That's embarrassing, aye.
It's embarrassing for us. So it's embarrassing for us, and it's the truth though, you know. Now if this the club, now I don't know. I've got two sides on it. Either Go Ahead Eagles either been petty because they didn't bully Celtic into getting the amount of money for the player, or Celtic just taking absolute mick. Two can be correct at the one time.
I mean, I'm going to break the habit of a lifetime. Rangers got Gasserman and Ant-Man and that's not a joke, by the way. They got that for $5.5 million. Why can we not do that?
Because they've got a clear recruitment strategy, and I don't want, and that's been shown. And I've always, and the thing is, it's always laugh when somebody goes, "Oh, it's hard." Like we've seen it with Brendan Rodgers in the press conference yesterday. Oh, it's hard to get players on. No, it's only hard for Celtic.
It's hard the way we do it.
Every other club in Europe and in the world get who they want in terms of targets. Might not always get the first target, but they get second, third target. We're just, I don't know what we do. It's shambolic, to say the least, to run things. And we saw last week against St Mirren, we were close to dropping points. And I think we're at the point where people's patience is piss thin. Yeah. And it's got to take one result until there is going to be a meltdown. And I don't want a meltdown to pursue, but I would not blame supporters. They've had enough. They've had enough of our progress as a football club being stopped because of a board who don't care about trying to make the best football club on the park. They just care about making money. And so most owners just care about making money. All owners, let's be honest, they just care about making money. That's fine. But owners get the balance, because if you get a good football team, you're going to make money off the back of it. Because you're going to qualify for the Champions League every season, which is 50, 60, 70 million pound guaranteed money. There's money there. If you're playing well and you're recruiting the proper football players, you're going to sell those football players for more money. There's money made. So you can have both. The problem is with the Celtic board at the moment, we're not having both. We're just having one instead of trying to mix it and hang with the both. So say we bring, I don't know, say we brought Benjamin Negrin in for 2 million or 1.5, whatever it was, right? Say in 4 or 5 years, great player, part of a brilliant team, goes for maybe 15, 20 million. That's fine. Because you can have the both between having a business brain and having a football brain. Because at the end of the day, they just interlope with each other anyway. So that, I don't get this whole thing. But us, it's just a bank. It's a bank model that we don't want to back managers. I actually went back and watched the video after we get beat off by Munich. And the key word I said was back this manager. And hopefully with Brendan, Dermot Des repeat a lot of it. Dermot Desmond, Peter Lawwell, and Nico Nicholson were all present in the Alliance that night. And I said, I hope they're watching that, go, right, we need to back him. It's the complete opposite.
Yeah,
It's the
they've done
complete
side.
opposite. They've
Do you know
done
what it's
nothing.
like, Josh? Sorry. It's like we can't go. Clearly, they think we can't go any further. But no football club should operate like that.
Aye, it's like when I pay the subscription for StreamYard every month, right? I go well, it's maybe 30 odd quid. I'll just give you a tenner. That's what
Yeah.
it's like. Honestly, that is what it's like. It's like, right, well, I'll pull some off this. Right, here's fucking 1 million plus a Fredo and a packet of crisps.
I'll give you a better scenario than that. Well, now the club, the supporters in the home cup ticket scheme. Do you think we would get away with just giving them a tenner for the Falkirk game,
I'll just give you a tenner, or maybe
or
just give you
or
£15
just
for the Champions
20
League
quid
game.
for the Champions League instead of 30? You'd say
Aye,
on your bike, you're not
aye,
getting that.
exactly.
So where's ours?
I know exactly. But it's just the same stuff. Obviously, into the game and tomorrow we play Aberdeen. Obviously, the last time we played Aberdeen, was,
You
it was
mention it.
a non-memorable affair, to be honest. Obviously, we get beaten in the Scottish Cup final in penalty kicks off them last time we met them, and now fast forward maybe 3-4 months later, we've now got a weaker squad. But anyway, what's your thoughts ahead of the game? Obviously, the morning Aberdeen.
Well, touch wood, we normally play well up there. We normally play well, but please, and I'm not being personal. If I turn on the TV tomorrow and I see Yang on the right hand side, I will scream because, but I'm going to contradict myself here, Josh. I think you need to start them, and here's why.
Aye,
Because
I was going to say that.
honest kind of last 90 minutes. So who would you rather coming on as an impact sub?
Aye, no, I was going to say exactly the words at my mouth there. Yang is going to start. Let's be honest with yourself. Because James Forrest for me is an impact player. Like as we saw against St Mirren, I think you can bring him on maybe with 10, 15 minutes to go, 20 minutes to go, and try and get you a goal, get you up the pitch, whatever. So probably it is going to be Yang that starts tomorrow. I just, in terms of team selection, I think Schmeichel will keep his place in goal. Johnston for me will obviously keep it right back. Carter Vickers, Austin Trusty has to start for me now. Austin Trusty should be Celtic's second centre half until we get somebody in who is deemed better. Because
Until
Pusey,
is ready.
um, until, but I don't know. But that's the thing about Pusey because you're just. What's the point in playing a player who's no
No
going to be
what
your
it
player?
long term, man.
Exactly. So I don't really know about it either. But in terms of Trusty for me is the centre half, alongside Cameron Carter Vickers, Kieran Tierney. Obviously, will play at left back. Midfield, Callum McGregor obviously will play. I think we might see Hatate and Engels.
That's my midfield.
No, I'm not trying to say Negrin's shite or anything. I don't think he's. I'm not saying that at all. I just think
I just
Engels,
think he'd be good for the first couple of weeks again about what Forrest is an impact sub.
just till he gets used to the squad and till he gets used to his teammates and whatever, because it is stuff that is going to take time. I think Arne Engels, there's a massive season ahead for Arne Engels. It's a season I think he will do well, and I've backed him since the start, to be honest with you. And I kept saying, apart from certain other football manager things, but I think Arne Engels has a big season ahead for him. I think because I think, yeah, again, last season he was brought in at the last minute again. And then because he's £11 million price tag, which newsflash to a lot of people, is not anywhere near enough as much in football as you
And see,
think.
to be honest, guys, we could have had him for 6 if we never pissed about, quite frankly. We
Aye,
could have had him for almost half the price. But
aye.
newsflash, Celtic board, but don't start me. This is a preview. Don't start.
I just think Arne Engels, Rail Hatate, and Callum McGregor were your midfield. Thought Hatate's the first name in the team sheet for me at the moment.
For
In terms of
creativity, yes,
for
yes.
creativity, I think he's the only player which for me that I saw on Sunday that was actually trying to make things happen. Luke McKibben could come in as well. I think
Again,
he.
impact player for me.
I don't know. I've just got a feeling that Luke McKibben's got a big season ahead of him. I think, but
Well,
I
we all have big seasons ahead of them.
no,
So
I just
we've
no
got
in
a
terms of
paper thin squad.
in terms of big season, I think they like players like Luke McKibben. That I think you'll be surprised how well I think they do this season.
I hope so. I hope so.
Because
A bit more.
but then obviously if Luke McKibben's doing that impact stuff, but there's going to become a point where Luke McKibben goes like, right, no, I want to start games because you can't just keep going off the bench and playing, a decent role and then go. And let's be honest as well, in pre-season he played really well, I thought,
Yeah.
when he was called upon. So he's going to become a point with Luke McKibben where you got to, right, what else do I need to do here to get a start?
You know, I like to put them in pre-season, and anybody that listens to this podcast, I'll know I'm not my guy's biggest fan, but I liked it done nice to him. It was like, no, I'm going to show you, and you seen it in the Al Ali game because it was it a nasty streak. It was a pain in the arse basically to play against. I mean, how often have we said that, Josh? We need a player like that.
Aye. But I do think Hatate, Engels, and McGregor will be a midfield three. The front three, you're spoilt for choice with options here.
Was that a sarcasm, Benny Chan?
No, I'm not sarcastic. I'm not a sarcastic person. Alistair. How dare you, man? Anyway,
Yeah.
right wing gang. Uh, moving on. Left.
Before we get slaughtered, we've explained why we think that
Aye.
he's messed up.
Left wing for me, Dyson Maida. Even though I don't like him out there, I've said it. I don't like Dyson Maida in the left. I think you've seen it pre-season and last week. I thought last week it was particularly poor.
He's been asked to do too much.
He's been basically been asked to be the striker and the left winger at the same time. I'd rather he's up front, but obviously we've not got anywhere else to put in that left wing position.
Did you say that?
No, I said we've not got anywhere else in the left hand side position to actually put in that position. I would rather Dyson Maida's put up front because I think that's when you get the best out of him. We saw that with the chance where they ran through it and he was only stopped because of a really good tackle for the St Mirren player last week. But he'll be on the left hand side, and I think Adamida will start up front. Because there's no really any other option there. It's another game where Adamida, and that's the annoying thing. But I've always said Adamida had to get chances. Well, he's getting chances and he's not taking them.
Yeah, I mean the man you hit the post last week. I mean they done well. It is a hard bit, but when it comes to it, just blast it off the post.
Aye, I know. Probably another opportunity tomorrow because we've not brought anybody else in. Celtic need a centre forward.
Both four, but two of them are.
Celtic need a centre forward in terms of they need somebody. I watched the Birmingham game last night and Kyogo obviously was playing. Honestly, and I'm like, I'm sitting there thinking, right, and it's not even the point. The point is he's made his debut for two different clubs. He's transferred for two different clubs, and we've still not replaced him. I mean, come on, man.
I mean, I mean, Richard Coney is a name that's not going away. So if it's him, if it's Svelik, although you'll
I'd
probably
stay
be
away.
away for
Oh no,
Svelik,
stay away from Celtic.
you've seen the miss then.
I've seen. I just don't think he's one of these players. I think's on really far down in our list, and I don't think he's ever going to be at Celtic. To be honest with you, Celtic should be looking higher,
Yeah, I
personally.
agree.
But as I said, it's just about trying to get the 3 points. The more obviously keep that gap. Obviously, Rangers play the day they should pretty much comfortably beat Dundee because Dundee are shite.
Yeah,
In
definitely.
all honesty, so Rangers probably will be level when it's come the kick-off time tomorrow. So it's just about trying to.
Ahead of us, you mean?
I keep thinking they get beat last week. But they
They
drew,
should have.
so they would be ahead of us. But it's just important that we get into the game tomorrow and try and get that points gap back.
Yeah, well, what I will say, Josh, if we can win tomorrow, it wouldn't calm a lot of people down, but it would kind of buy the club even more time. But we couldn't be needing to buy
I
club.
don't know how much time they need, to be honest. But Alistair, to finish off, what you saying for your score prediction?
I'm going to actually go 2-0. 2-0 again.
I'm going to take this down. So you said 2-0. I'm going to go 3-1.
Yeah. So,
uh,
well, I take either or, Josh. Either or.
what did you say again?
2-0.
2-0.
But can I just say before we finish up, I'd love Cal McGregor to get a goal because of
Aye.
his cup ended.
No, I think 3-1, and then as you said, buy the club more time. Like they need more time. They've had fucking 3 months to.
Yeah, I know.
They've had more than 3 months for a replacement for Kuhn and Kyogo,
Yeah,
but
well, let's be honest. They've known since Christmas the two players you mentioned have left. So
I
it's
know.
an absolute joke.
Aye, but that's going to be it for the match preview for tomorrow's game up at Pittodrie. As usual, we're back straight after the game for post-match reaction. Hopefully, talking about another win for Celtic at Pittodrie. Until then, we'll speak to you later. And hail, hail.
Hell, hell.